Hey everyone, it's Jack and Ross from Cultaholic.com. It's Thursday morning.
I feel like I've been smoking a fatty with that pimp daddy, or smoking a massive doobie with Rob Van Dam or Snoop Dogg or any other celebrity who likes the weed because the hay fever. My eyes are on fire.
Yeah, one of mine started. I've had ice on it all morning. Hopefully it's not too much of it. Apologies for our general state at the start of this news video, but don't worry.
Me more so than normal.
Because there's loads of good news to talk about. So let's take a look at all of the headlines. First of all, another WWE Superstar is reportedly in line for a big push, courtesy of Paul Heyman. Next up, WWE are set to produce a new series on mobile-first media technology platform Quibi. And finally, WWE have also cancelled 2 live events in Italy this coming fall, but what is the reason? First of all, it was reported last week or a few days ago.
Big Daddy Dave it was.
Was it?
Yep.
Dave Meltzer talking about Paul Heyman having quite
a massive boner.
For Ricochet.
Or a foamer, as Jake Hager would talk about. Because apparently Ricochet appeals to the teens.
Okay.
They're going heavy after that 18 to 34 demographic because of AEW and all of the smarky kids going to watch AEW and leaving Raw and SmackDown Live behind. Yep. So apparently Heyman sees Ricochet as a man with all his flips and his charisma and whatnot, as a man who appeals to the teenagers. Well, there's another one. There's another WWE Superstar that Heyman is apparently hot on and wants to give a push to. This is via Sportskeeda's Tom Colahue, who reckons that Heyman is keen to push Braun Strowman. I remember when Strowman used to get pushed. He lost every big match he had. Do you remember that time he got beat by Brock Lesnar at No Mercy 2017 by one F5? Yes. When does that happen in modern day wrestling? One finish?
Now, Sportskeeda's Tom believes that the idea is to get Strowman back to his roots as a monster, just destroying everything in his path. He hasn't been used as effectively as he could be. That's certainly true recently. Yeah. Heyman's still the same guy who brought you ECW. He likes the technical style, but he also likes big destructive forces of nature, and Braun is perfect for that. Well,
it's true, isn't it, though? You got Eddie Guerrero's and Dean Malenko's down the bottom of the card, but at the top of the card, you get your Sid Vicious's, your Mike Awesome, people like that.
Bam Bam.
Yeah, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Braun fits that mould.
I think so, and I think that it was genuinely quite exciting the time when he was running around trashing stuff backstage and everything.
It became a bit too. When it happened 6 weeks in a row, it becomes a bit too much.
Yeah.
But certain moments he had were fantastic. But it's weird how his career pans out. He hits the heights in autumn, and then when WrestleMania comes around, he's got nothing to do, and he hits the heights in autumn again, and then when WrestleMania comes around, he's got nothing to do. So hopefully when WrestleMania next year comes around, he's lifting that pirate ship up in the arena and just throwing it.
What was he flipping when Kurt Angle was, they're worth...
The production trucks where Kevin Dunn sits, they're worth $12 million. But there's footage from, remember Confidential back in the day, where it said they are worth $12 million, so that's a bit of continuity from WWE.
Oh, nice.
That spanned about 15 years or something, which never happens, does it really?
No inflation for the production truck. Next up, let's talk about WWE's new series. So WWE Studios, right, there's a bit of background to this, are teaming up with independent studio Critical Content to produce a new series, Fight Like a Girl, which will air on this new platform that I've never heard of, because I'm either old or because it's new, Quibi. Quibi. Q-U-I-B-I. I went on their website, did a bit of research, and found out that this is how they describe themselves. Something cool is... You want to read this name,
Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Something cool from Hollywood and Silicon Valley. Quick bites of captivating entertainment created for mobile by the best talent. Designed to fit perfectly into any moment of your day.
It sounds like tout. Or that sort of thing. Is that taken out of you?
Yeah, no, just a shame and steed sometimes.
It sounds a bit like sort of tout or one of those sort of things, but it sounds like these will be full-length episodes though, so I'm a bit confused as to what Quibi is.
Quick bites of captivating entertainment. It's just Vine, isn't it?
Oh, it'll be Quibi, quick bites.
Oh, Quibi. Like a ribeye steak.
Quick bites of entertainment. So basically this is a little sort of description from WWE as to what Fight Like a Girl is, according to a press release sent to various sites, including Wrestling Inc. Each episode will feature WWE Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon, it's the start of the show, pairing a female WWE superstar with a young woman struggling with personal issues that have been holding her back. The WWE stars will draw from their own life experiences to help their trainees overcome obstacles and become tougher, stronger, and healthier versions of their former selves inside and out. Each episode will be shot at the Performance Center and will feature a stunning transformation and a heart-pounding reveal as the women change their lives forever.
That sounds like a good show.
Sounds uplifting.
Sounds like a captivating show. It sounds like something. Do you remember the rumours a few months ago as to why Lacey Evans was getting pushed? It was because of a real-life story in the military and whatnot. It sounds like this could be tied into that.
I think it sounds decent. Also, when I googled Quibi, to find out more about them. BBC have also jumped in with a series as well. They're going to do one called Fierce Queens, which is going to be a brand new wildlife series.
With David Attenborough?
I don't know if it's with David Attenborough or not.
Well, I'm not interested in it. It has to be with David Attenborough, otherwise it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Next up, WWE have cancelled 2 live events set to take place on November the 3rd and November the 4th in Milan, Italy. And the reason for this, well, the official reason given by local promoters is that scheduling conflicts have happened on the WWE tour, but it's been kind of kept vague. But as you pointed out, this is similar to a previous news story.
There was going to be live events. Sorry, Raw and SmackDown Live. Well, it won't be SmackDown Live then in November, will it? It'll just be SmackDown on Fox. Raw and SmackDown tapings in Glasgow, Scotland, I believe.
Yeah.
Or was the SmackDown one in Manchester? I can't quite remember. But the Glasgow one the Raw taping, got turned into a house show, and everyone kicked off, and everyone thought, oh, that's because WWE are freeing up a bit of time at the start of November for that Saudi Arabia trip.
Well, that's what various people have been theorising online as well. It seems as though that will be the sort of time that WWE will be heading back to Saudi Arabia.
Crown Jewel 2.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to work out what the gimmick's going to be for this.
Not too much happened at last year's Crown Jewel, did it?
Oh, you've been sarcastic?
Yeah. Shane McMahon, best in the world. Triple H's tit falling off. Kane's mask falling off.
Brock Lesnar winning the Universal Championship from Braun Strowman. Another example of Braun Strowman losing a big match that he probably should have won.
Yeah.
Oh, there was more. There was more.
We'll ridicule it. We'll do something productive as well in this office to raise some money for a good cause, no doubt about it. But yeah, it looks like they're going back to... Well, of course they're going back to Saudi Arabia later this year, but it looks like it's at the start of November at the expense of some live events and TV tape. I should say, by the way, I think it takes place... Is it Manchester? I can't remember. These notes are trash, Jack. There's a Raw and SmackDown taping are going to happen on the same night in an arena in the UK on a Friday night in November.
That is in Manchester because my housemate and Cultaholic editor Owen is tempted by it.
Is he?
Because he's from Liverpool, it's just next door.
And obviously the SmackDown taping will air later that same night because obviously it's on Fridays on Fox. And then the Raw will be aired on the Monday after that Friday.
Right.
That's what's happening there. Just to clear that up.
Next up, let's talk about the ESPYs where Triple H had a brush with Daniel Cormier on the red carpet. I've made that sound like there was a violent confrontation there.
Like Nazar and Joey Janela.
Yeah.
We shouldn't give that more attention. I just have anyway. Anyway, move on.
So Daniel Cormier said basically that he was hoping to fight Brock Lesnar, but he didn't. These guys, WWE, Triple H, took him. Maybe I'll follow him over there. And Triple H said it's not too late. Whoa.
Well, there's been rumours for ages that Cormier is going to be... Wasn't there a rumour? Commentator on the new SmackDown, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen unless something mad happens over the next few months. I'm sure he's commented on wanting to be a wrestler as well, though, somewhere along the line.
Well, now I'm no mixed martial arts expert. We'll have to ask Richard Tubman. But I believe that Daniel Cormier's forte is amateur wrestling. And I think it's those sort of guys who often transition best into, like Kurt Angle.
Oh, they pick it up straight away.
Yeah. Was Matt Riddle as well?
Maybe.
I think
Probably
so.
looks like a sort of guy that would.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, X. I think that he could do it. He's a bit older though, isn't he, Daniel Cormier?
Yeah.
I think he's probably in his 40s.
That doesn't matter though these days. AJ Styles is 52, isn't he? 65?
He's not.
45, he's 44, 42.
Right. I think he's 40. I don't know how old he is. But no, I feel like Cormier's... The thing about him is that he's got such a passion for it, hasn't he? Because you remember that video of him at WrestleMania 31?
Yeah.
When Rollins cashed in and he was just totally marking out,
marbles.
bro. So I think he'd be well, I don't know.
But he's certainly a charismatic fella.
Yes, he is. I don't know if he'd be good enough to wrestle, especially against Brock Lesnar, but...
His words, not mine.
Well, no, I'm not saying. I just feel quite sorry for him. He seems like a nice man. And John Jones has always been better than him, but because he's slightly...
But John Jones is a bit of a dirty man, isn't he? Scoundrel.
I know. And finally, there has been another match announced for AEW's Fight for the Fallen. Oh no, I genuinely didn't know what you were doing there. For the pre-show, there's already one match that had been announced for the pre-show. That is, of course, the 6-man between MJF, Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara, and the Deathmatch Boy team of Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and a third one.
That just dawned on me, that MJF teaming with Shawn Spears.
It's going to cause ruction.
Oh, God.
But the other match that's been announced for the pre-show is now Sonny Kiss versus, as Ross was insinuating there, Peter Avalon, accompanied by Leva Bates, the librarian.
Now I'm confused here.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the most recent being the Elite, they were openly mocking how bad this librarian gimmick is.
Yes, they were.
And they were comparing it to Big Baldy Bastard Baron Corbin's push on Raw. Nobody wants to see it, but they're going to do it anyway.
For 5 years.
Yeah. I don't understand.
No.
Why do they shush each other? Why are they librarians? Why do they do everything they do?
Maybe someone will come out and destroy them.
Hopefully. Luchasaurus just eats them.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why when you're launching a new company, because apparently was it Tony Khan who had the idea? And the Young Bucks were like, oh, we'll put it on just to prove to you how bad it was. Why when you launch a new company would you put something that you know is bad on?
I don't know. I really don't get it.
I feel sorry for Mr. Peter Avalon and Leva Bates as well.
Yeah. I like Leva Bates. I only know that much about her, but in NXT she was entertaining.
Yeah, blue pants. Da-da-da-da.
It's a shame, but anyway, various matches have now been announced. I think there's 7 on the card in total, including what I imagine the main event will be: Cody and Dustin versus the Young Bucks. There's also Kenny Omega versus Shima. There's
Jericho with a live mic.
What
will he say?
Oh, I bet you'll swear. There'll be Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. There's SoCal Uncensored versus the Lucha Brothers. There's all kinds of matches. And myself and Sam will be streaming that on Saturday Night Live. It's our live reactions. And all the proceeds will go to victim support, a really worthy cause. So join us if you want to and have a great time. But that's it for the news. Hope your hay fever clears up, right?
Right back at you.
Cheers. Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.